open up Blender and choose the sculpting option. With the ball that you see, we'll now go to Object menu, and we're going to add some balls to make it easier for you to sculpt. Make sure you're in the front view when you do this, and then just Shift D and copy or duplicate the ball into 8 balls in a column. The reason this is, if you're doing a human-like model, then there is about 8 heads in a full-grown human. It's either 6, 7 or 8, depending whether child, female or male, or small, medium and large. Once you have them all there, make sure they're intersecting a little bit. Very important. Now we're going to select the bottom 4 for the legs, and we're just going to move them to the side a little bit, or scale them first. And when you scale them, it's scaling everything, but we don't want to scale the Z-axis, so we'll turn that back to 1. So when you're in any scaling operations, always remember that 1 is the 1-to-1, the original size. Copy or Shift D that group of 4, and we're going to rotate them and position them for some arms. You can separate these from the main body a little bit because we're going to add a new sphere to join them up. There, Shift D and make a new sphere, drop it, and Shift D again to join the legs to the hips. We've got half a body, that's all we need at this stage. We're going to make a box around it, and you can see where I've selected them all, and then we're going to join them all together with Control plus J. We'll just turn the 3D cursor on here, and you have to just tick the little box for the 3D cursor. Now you can see it on the head there, it's right in the middle of all our axes. Shift S, cursor to world origin. Just make sure that it's in the center of all the axes. It just checks it. When we do that, we then need to set the origin, and the origin is to the 3D cursor. Now we can go back to sculpting, and we can, well, first of all, you notice how the different colors, that means they're different objects. So we need to remesh. Just pick the default settings on the latest Blender, and it works well. And also we're going to set up X mirror. We're going to mirror on the X-axis, but the way I've done this model, that's plus X to minus X. So I just change that. If you've done the opposite, you leave it. Symmetricize, and you can see that we've added half our object, and we're symmetricizing now, so the mirror effect will work. We only have to model on one side at any time. I'm just using the draw tool here, and you can to show you how it adds depth and stuff, and then you go to the smooth and smooth it off. A lot of this simple modeling, you just add material and smooth it, add material and smooth it. I'm just smoothing these joints because they cause little problems. Not major. If you do have a problem, simply remesh your object. You just keep playing around with it. You can alter the strength by right-clicking with your tool, and you can just keep modeling. You build up your model to how you want it, so what you think is going to be acceptable, and you just keep working around all the different bits. I'm not sure where I am here at the moment. I think I'm on the hips. Sometimes you'll model out a crease, and when you go to smooth, it will exaggerate the crease like this one. You can just keep smoothing it and then re-adding, or you can remesh. It doesn't matter. I just smooth this one out and then and put more material in there. So you just keep working away on the little bits until you start to develop a model that you're happy with. It's very much your own artistic expression. You could be doing a whale or a dolphin or a horse or a dog or a cat or just a cartoon block character, similar to Minecraft characters. It's up to you. But try and put a little bit of detail in it. Practice the sculpting skill. A lot of people make a living out of this by sculpting up characters and then animating them and using them in game engines. It's just a matter of expressing your own artistic ability. I just grabbed the pull tool there and I'm just pulling it out on the edges. Or just giving it a bit of bulk. It's quicker than drawing or adding sculpting with a brush. You can get your shape a bit quicker. Then you go and smooth it off when you start to get it into shape that you want. I'm going to remesh here, and after I've done a major shape change, and also every time I remesh I symmetricize just to make sure that it stays balanced. Continue smoothing, smoothing out the character. There's lots of different tools. Play with them. There's a sharp edge tool, a sharp draw. There's crease tools. There's hide tools. If you hit a hide tool, go Alt-H to get it back, or some of them you have to redo in the menu. Ask me if you have a problem with that. I can't see what I'm actually selecting there. It's just the smooth tool. I'm thinking about what to do. Sometimes you can do a smooth over a large area, but when you get to, you can select the tool options too. So I've just selected the tool options, and number pad 1, I've reversed. Instead of adding, I'm subtracting. So you'll see I just subtract, and I've subtracted, taken away. And then I'm going to go back and add again, so that I can add just a circle for the ear. So you can just move between the different tool settings quite easily. This one is a little hook tool. And to finish off, I put a few horns on him and made a little devil-like character. So there it is, happy sculpting.